Tyson Fury is receiving a lot of criticism for his fight against Mariusz Wach. Now, this is a warm-up fight that Fury wants to have before he finally faces Anthony Joshua in November this year. And this fight is taking place in Thailand. So then you got to ask yourself the question, why are people criticizing Fury for fighting Mariusz Wach? And also, why are people not so keen on this fight? And I think, this is a question that requires us to have a look at, Mariusz Wach's situation and try and break down and try and make some sense out of the reason why people are not so keen. And the truth is, I am also not very keen on this fight, but there is some positive things that I think Fury can take from this fight that I'm going to talk about in this video. So let's have a look at this, right? This is Mariusz Wach's record here. And as you can see, Mariusz Wach has got 39 fights, 13 losses, and out of those 13 losses, he's got 5 KOs. So although he's lost a lot, he hasn't been knocked out cold a lot, right? He's been knocked out a few times. Mariusz Wach is 46 years old. So basically, Mariusz Wach is nearly 50, right? So people look at this and go, why is Tyson Fury fighting a guy that is nearly 50? Like, he's 46 years old, right? He's 6'7", so that's good size on Mariusz Wach. But the more important thing is about who Mariusz Wach has lost against and how he's lost those fights. And a lot of people in Mariusz Wach's record we can recognize. So that's really good. So when we look here, Mariusz Wach is coming off a loss against Victor Vicaris. But as we can see here, he lost against this guy, Maina. And then we recognize Moses Itauma on his record. Mariusz Wach fought Moses Itauma, some years ago, and Moses Itauma blasted him out in 2 rounds. And then we can see that he lost to Fraser Clark. Now, this is a Fraser Clark that has struggled at British level recently. And, Mariusz Wach lost to Fraser Clark. We can see here he lost to Kevin Lorena. Again, he lost to Arslan Bekmambetov. Now, this is the Arslan Bekmambetov that Tyson Fury outpointed very easily. That wasn't even competitive. Tyson Fury versus, Arslan Bekmambetov wasn't competitive. Fury got in there, he made easy work of Makhmudov. Makhmudov is very one-dimensional. As we know, Tyson Fury is very slick. He's got good foot movement, good head movement. Fury has got that herky-jerky style. And that's really difficult for fighters, especially someone against Arslan Makhmudov, who is very one-dimensional, hasn't got a lot of innovation about his fighting style. So we can see that Fury had an easy work with Arslan Makhmudov. So then people look at this record and go, if Fury has an easy work against Arslan Makhmudov, what is Fury going to do with Mariusz Wach? And that's the question that people are asking. So people are going, this fight is not good for Tyson Fury. And then we continue, we can see that, Mariusz Wach lost against Hughie Fury. And then we go down, he lost against Dillian White. And then we go down again, Mariusz Wach lost against Martin Bakole, right? So we go down again, he lost against, Artur Szpilka. We go down, Mariusz Wach lost against Jerome Miller. Like, Mariusz Wach, lost against Alexander Povetkin. Once again, so Mariusz Wach's record is not very impressive. And so when Tyson Fury is, scheduled to fight Mariusz Wach, people ask the question, what is the point of Tyson Fury fighting this guy? Because, on face value, it doesn't mean anything. And when I analyze the whole situation, I just look at it and say, Tyson Fury is not going to learn much from this fight. Like, this fight is not going to give Tyson Fury anything. It's not going to give Tyson Fury any answers to any questions that he may have. Because Mariusz Wach is not going to push Tyson Fury to the limit. Now remember, this is a Tyson Fury that is coming off a layoff, which he labeled as retirement. He retired from boxing for a year after losing to Oleksandr Usyk, and then Fury came back and fought Arslan Bekmambetov. So if Fury has questions about, his ability in the ring, about his endurance, about, anything, then Fury needs to fight someone that can ask him those questions so that Fury can see if he can answer those questions before he faces Anthony Joshua somewhere later this year. But fighting someone like Mariusz Wach, who's almost 50 years old, with a pretty bad record, it is clear that Tyson Fury is not going to learn much from this fight. It is absolutely clear that Tyson Fury is looking for is someone that he can knock over, someone that he can make look silly, someone that, he can win and get some confidence before he gets into the Anthony Joshua fight. And that is why I said at some point in this video, I am going to defend Tyson Fury, because I think although this is a very bad fight, a terrible fight for Tyson Fury, because it's a mismatch really, I don't think he's going to learn anything from this fight. However, I can see the positives in Tyson Fury fighting Mariusz Wach. The first positive that I can see is that this fight is going to give Tyson Fury some sort of activity. Like, Tyson Fury has been out for a long time, for a year. So he's fought Arslan Makhmudov. He's fighting Mariusz Wach. That is, 2 fights in 5 months or even 4 months. So that is a lot of activity for Tyson Fury to get used to the ring again, to get used to boxing again, and to prepare for Anthony Joshua. So in terms of activity wise, this is really good fight for Tyson Fury to stay in there, maybe, play with Mariusz Wach for the first 5 rounds and then stop Mariusz Wach in the next 2 or 3 rounds. That will give Tyson Fury, activity, maybe boost his confidence. Who knows? But this is sort of a positive that Tyson Fury can take from this. And then the second thing is that Tyson Fury can use Mariusz Wach to learn a few things about fighting someone that is very tall, like Anthony Joshua. And the reason why I say that is because Anthony Joshua has sparred with Mariusz Wach before. So is it because Tyson Fury is looking to spar someone that is very tall and even taller than Anthony Joshua, as you can see in the picture, and someone that he can sort of try and use as a way of learning how to box Anthony Joshua? Because Mariusz Wach has been a sparring partner for Anthony Joshua for a long time, especially when Joshua has been sparring and getting ready for taller fighters. He's always brought someone like a Mariusz Wach in sparring to give him some rounds. So it could be that Tyson Fury is thinking, let me box Mariusz Wach. Maybe I can understand the way he looked at Anthony Joshua when they sparred, so I can take some things out of that, right? That could be a reason why Tyson Fury is adamant that he wants to fight Mariusz Wach, because let's be honest, Tyson Fury could have fought anybody else. Tyson Fury could have handpicked a fighter that is better than Mariusz Wach. Like, Mariusz Wach is not the only fighter that Tyson Fury could have picked for this moment. He could have picked anyone. But I think because he has a history with Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury is trying to use this opportunity to gain some advantage by sparring Mariusz Wach, getting some information maybe from him about Anthony Joshua to use in a fight against Anthony Joshua. And then the third reason why I believe this is a positive for Tyson Fury is that Tyson Fury wants minimal risk in this fight before he faces Anthony Joshua. Like, Tyson Fury is not trying to put himself in a position where he might get a cut, he might get injured, or something might happen in a fight, or he might get beat before meeting Anthony Joshua later on this year. And I think that is the reason why they have picked Mariusz Wach to face Tyson Fury, because, as I said, Mariusz Wach is not going to give Tyson Fury any difficulties at all. This is going to be an easy fight. This is going to be like a sparring session for Fury to get confidence, to get some activity going, to learn a few things about fighting Anthony Joshua, because, as I said, Mariusz Wach was Anthony Joshua's sparring partner. And also, to make sure that Tyson Fury does not get any cuts or any injuries before he gets in there with Anthony Joshua. So look, the fight is terrible because the opponent has nothing to prove against Tyson Fury. However, the positives is that Tyson Fury will gain a few things in this fight that he can take into the Anthony Joshua fight coming November this year. So look, a lot of criticism for Tyson Fury. I understand it, but also I can understand why Fury has chosen Mariusz Wach before he fights Anthony Joshua. Guys, get in the comment section and let me know what you think about Tyson Fury fighting Mariusz Wach in Thailand before he fights Anthony Joshua. What do you think about this fight? Are you interested? Are you not interested? Let me know your comments in the section below.